Hey, glad that you're here. I'm Milian. Welcome to my Dolby Certified Studio. Today I'll show you how to prep your tracks for mastering in Dolby Atmos like a pro. Mastering in Dolby Atmos, is it necessary? Yeah, you bet, more than ever before. Let's say I'm working, for example, in a 714 object bed. I can process the bed bus just as well as I can process any stereo sound by using multi-channel or even multi-mono plugins on the inside of my bed bus. However, keep in mind that when using multi-mono compressors, the compression of the channels isn't linked and each channel is its own trigger. A workaround for that is an external sidechain, which is triggered by a send coming from the main mix, the sum of all channels. Back to basics for now. 1. Stems. When mixing or mastering in Dolby Atmos, I need your stems. The more stems I have, the better. We assume your stereo mix has already been done. That means you send me your stems including all effects, EQs, compression and automations. You could also send me your FX returns separately, which allows me to pan them independently from the dry signals. 2. Reference track. In case I already made the stereo master for you, you're all set. The good thing is, I know exactly how I've mastered it, I know the settings, so I can easily apply the same settings to the bed bus, just like mentioned earlier. In case I haven't created your stereo master, please send it to me. Among the Dolby specs is a precise alignment of duration between the Atmos and the stereo master. Also, you'll most likely want the Atmos master to sound similar to the stereo master in terms of tone and character. I can do that for you by simply ABing. 3. Bitrate. Send me your files in 24-bit or in 32-bit floating point. As we learned in episode 1, we can undo clipping and overloads thanks to floating point technology. 4. Samplerate. Dolby Atmos masters are delivered in 48 kHz. Therefore, if your session runs in 48, send me your stems in 48. This avoids unnecessary up or down sampling, which can often do more harm than good. If you're working at a different native sample rate, such as 44.1 or 96 kHz, please just send me your tracks in the native sample rate. If necessary, I will handle any sample rate conversion for you. 5. Your sound preferences. In Dolby Atmos we have infinite controls and the possibilities of immersive sound design are huge. We can automate object movements in space. For example, we can circle a lead synth from left to right, from front to back and from bottom to top. Basically, these crazy moves don't always make sense in music, right? So personally, I prefer to keep drums and lead vocals on the front, like left, center, right, or just left and right. It keeps the mix from falling apart, and even in Atmos, I like to have the main stage in front of me. Well, in the end, it's all a matter of taste, so it's important that you tell me your preferences. Now, is this still mastering or is it mixing? My take, mastering, but the lines are blurry and we shouldn't get lost in categories. Your stereo mix is set, so we're working with pre-mixed files. Still, and this is new in Dolby Atmos mastering, we start panning, moving and automating objects for you. And of course, we could call this part of the process mixing, or additional mixing if you like. 6. ADM files. In case you want, and you can, create your Atmos mixes yourself, you can also send your binaural mix in form of an ADM file. I can listen to your ADM in a Dolby calibrated room and make adjustments as needed. Binaural is not really Atmos but rather an emulation of it, which may work more or less effectively. And no matter how well it works and how good it sounds today, Apple constantly changes its codec. If your binaural mix sounds a certain way today and it sounds good today, it could sound completely different after the next iOS update. However, the sound of Atmos in a Dolby calibrated room will not change, and that's why it's so important to use speakers for sound reference. That's it for today, my friend. I hope you enjoyed Milian's script. If you did, please leave a like or comment, subscribe to my channel. Cheers, until next time.